Well, hi there, friends, my channel friends. This is Honest Jim again. It's the 12th of February, and it's about 92 degrees outside here, and it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's supposed to be our winter time, so I can't imagine what it's going to be like this summer. Anyway, I want to talk today about temples. And the reason that comes to mind is this morning Nam came and uh, I was at my computer and she tapped me on the shoulder. And she doesn't usually come in and do that when I'm busy. But stopped the computer and turned to her and she said that my friend died. An elderly lady friend of hers who lives right across the street here, about 2 houses down. So we're going to talk about death, the temple, how the neighborhood and the village handles the death of their own. Because I would say at least every month somebody passes away here. It's a big village and there's a lot of old people here. And we'll talk about why that is at some point. But try to listen to the whole video if you want to learn about Thailand and their culture. And I'm hands-on. So anyway, Nam's friend passed away. She's an elderly lady and she passed away in her sleep. So, it was pretty good as that goes. And what she did is she went over to the house today. This is a 3-day process, and happens to all the people that are villagers here. And it's part of the community interest that the temples play. I'm not sure anybody realizes, or many people don't realize, what temples. Why there's a temple in each village, first of all, and there's usually a large Buddha statue covered in gold that could be 10 or 12 feet high, and we've got one they just finished in our temple. It's like 75, 100 feet high. It's a huge Buddha in the reclined where the legs are crossed and the arms are crossed, and it's got that look on his face like it's all knowing. But that's at the entry to the temple. So she went by, and I said, what did you do there today? And she said, well, I chopped up some food and I helped them make some food. And she kind of gave some moral support to the family, and then she came home. And I understand that what's going to happen next is it's a 3-day process. They're going to put some lights down the street here. They're like a tube, and they got multicolors, and they put them down the sides of the streets here on the soy, which is Thai for street, and they light up the area and let everybody know that this is the home here that has had a death, and everybody becomes aware of it, and the neighborhood, talks about it, and the word gets out. So after the 3rd day, they come with the white coffin, and they place the body in the white coffin, and put it in a pickup truck and take it to the temple. Now, when it gets to the temple, I don't know if it's the night of the 2nd day or the morning of the 3rd. I don't know that detail. But they put it out in the large room, and all the people, I mean like hundreds of people come. And they bring the children and the mom and dad and the aunts and uncles and grandma and grandpa. And they all sit around, and the monks is like, I remember last time there was 13 monks lined up on the wall, and they start their chant, Om, Om, Om. It's really powerful when you're sitting there, and they do it for a long time. And then when they're finished with that, everybody goes outside, and food. There's tons of food. Everybody brings food. The kids are running around having fun, and it's like a boisterous time, a happy time, not sad. And they eat, they talk, and then when it comes time for the white coffin to come out, everybody sits down. They have a lot of chairs there. Everyone sits down, and it's somber. And they bring the coffin out. It's a big white coffin, and the family carries it up the steps to the incinerator, or the burn place. And the family they're up there for a while. I guess they're saying goodbye. And then the body is removed and placed in the incinerator, and everybody's watching and waiting. And pretty soon you look at the little smokestack up top, and you see the smoke, and the ashes are coming out. Okay, I'm sure they saved some, but that's what happens. And So the temple is not only it has a free school for the children that can't afford school. And Nam, her mother, was really sick. Her father had died, and she spent several years at the temple school. And you learn reading, writing, and arithmetic there. And about a year ago, a girlfriend of hers showed up here, and they were just so happy to see each other. It had been 30 years since Nam had seen this girl, and they had been temple friends in, like, I don't know, in the second or third grade at the free temple. So they teach you how to read, write, and do your arithmetic, and then after 6 years, when you're after the sixth grade, you're done. And that's true of all the places in Thailand. And only the people that have a lot of money can continue with their education. And I would think that a lot of the majority of Thais have a sixth grade education. And I think, it should be remedied somehow, and people should be able to go to school longer and get a better education, especially in this modern era. But that's not for me to say. So that completes that. All right. Now the other thing is that when I first got here at the house, Nam would get up at about 5:30, and I usually wake up about that time. And I go in the kitchen, and she's making food, and she's got this silver bowl, and she's cooking rice, and she's making food. And I go, what are you doing? She says, well, the monks are coming. I have to get ready. And she'd take our little patio table and put it out right here on the soy, and put the food on the table, and she'd wait 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock is when the monks on parade would come. And there'd usually be at least 3, maybe 5 or 6 or 7. They'd be in their saffron robes. They'd be barefoot. They're walking along with their basket bowl made of, I don't know, some kind of natural fiber. And people are lined up out here on the sidewalk or on the street and passing out rice and food and things. And some put some baht or money inside there. Some put money inside the baskets. So this is how society helps to care for the monks, because they don't work. They stay at the temple, and I don't know what they do. Now Don, who's our neighbor right behind me, decided he wanted to be a monk. So everybody got excited. Oh, Don's going to go in the temple, and Don's going to wear saffron robes, and Don's going to get in there and do it. Well, it turned out he was going to do it for 3 months. You can do it for 2 weeks. You can do it for 3 months. You can stay longer. You get the Buddhist teachings, and you I don't know, you kind of meditate. I think it's more of a meditation thing. And so we had a big to-do here at the house for Don, and then he went to the temple, and we all went down there. And there were a number of people that would be, I will say indoctrinated, I don't think that's the right word, but I'll say indoctrinated into the monkhood. And they all had their heads shaved, and they all had food, and everybody was there, and it was a big celebration. And Don was kind of sheepish. He disappeared for 3 months. And then he came back, and he completed it, and I don't know what he did, except I'm sure he got some teachings and got some meditation, and probably came back a better man. So this is common. Have people do this, especially men. I haven't seen a woman monk, so I guess it's just for the men. But this is another thing the temple provides. So free schools, teaching you the monkhood, and Don walked the street with the saffron robes, barefoot. I asked him about that. So anyway, getting back to the funeral, when I got there, there was an area, I want to say I'm not sure of the word, but there was a table with her photo. It was a beautiful photo. It was about 2 feet by 2 feet with a gold frame. It was a very nice photo of her smiling, and there was flowers everywhere, and I know incense and things. There was like a little area for her. And everybody would go down and sit there and look at the photo and think about her before, the white coffin came out. So I thought that was real nice. It's kind of a memory thing for the people. Anyway, I just want to interject this. I have it on my notes. We have city water here, so we don't have to use bottled water or anything. There's city water. And one of these days, I'm going to have time to go down to the reservoir and do a story on that. But I also have a note here that you can wear whatever you want. Nobody cares. I've been quoted that several times. You can just wear whatever you want. It's like almost like Hawaii. You know, you can wear flip flops and a tank top and some shorts, and it can be raggedy, and a raggedy hat if you want, and nobody cares in Thailand. It's real laid back and relaxed here. There's not, so let me look if I have anything else to cover on the temple. Well, oh, they play music. I know when somebody dies because about 5:30 when I'm sleeping, this music starts, and it's kind of a lilting, flute-like, kind of a mystic music. There's no singing. And I know right away when I wake up that somebody in the village has died. And they play the music a lot until noon every day. And then in the evening they have people come down here. This one will be in front of our house with lights and a get together. So I'm going to find out about that. But anyway, that covers what I know about the temple. There's a lot more to it, but that's my my short story on it. What's happening right now here at my house. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is MAKHA Bucha Day. Is there MAKHA Bucha Day in Buriram? You bet there is. MAKHA Bucha Day is a celebration of 2,500 years ago. This celebration has been going on for 2,500 years. There's no school on this day. There's no banks on this day. There's nothing open. Everybody's out going to the temple. It's celebrated again, as I said, with 1,250 monks were ordained by Buddha 2,500 years ago. Maybe someone in the comments can tell me when Buddha sat under the Bodhi tree, because I don't know how long ago it was. It must have been before 2,500 years ago. But that gives you an idea of how ancient the cultures are in Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, and probably Myanmar, which is in a vicious civil war right now. All of Southeast Asia still honors MAKHA Bucha Day. Now, when the pandemic came, they did it online. So when the first time the lockdowns ended, they had an incredible display of devotion. And I want to Lord Buddha. I want to refer you to Google. I did Google. I went to look at Google to get some education on this, to present this information to you. If you go to MAKHA Bucha Day, it's MAKHA BUCHA Day, Thailand. MAKHA Bucha Day, Thailand. And you click on, there's a photo of 100,000 lanterns. You won't be disappointed. It's a 3-minute video of an incredible visual. So, I do. Now, Lord Buddha's dogma is wisdom, holiness, and kindness. This is rest their body and mind like meditation when people celebrate this. And it's 2,500 years old. So you look at, I don't know, the United States, Australia, even Europe. And you have to understand that Southeast Asia is really old. The culture is really old. They've got their shit together, to speak bluntly about it. That's about all I have to say about it. You might be bored by this, but would you please subscribe and like if you enjoy my stories. I've got another one coming up. I just posted one about my son going to a young national school, and I'm going to do another one today about, I think I'll be going inside because it's a little noisy out here. But it's a holiday, it gets worse. And I think that's all I got to say right now, so thank you very much for listening, and there is a MAKHA Bucha Day in Buriram.